A brochure about do-it-yourself clickies. Be a Clickie director in 10 easy steps. Make a Clickie about your favourite subject. Dibbler Direct will show you how.
Popcorn! Popcorn! Do it yourself, just a come on, omelette, pop.
What are you doing here, apart that is from being a disease vector?
Scouting, mate. Here, incognito, looking for the next great Clickie star. Heard about Clickies? The latest thing? Just think, mate, a fortune could be just around the corner. All it takes is my know-how, the right actors, and a few dozen obscure objects from ludicrously scattered locations.
Huh. And just how would you go about collecting all these items?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I can't imagine. Can you, boys and girls?
Oh, no.
Don't knock me back until you've seen the goods, sir. Smashing stuff. Fine popping grains lovingly swept from the warehouse floor.
Why's he got little rat's hairs mixed up all through it?
Just keeping the grains warm, sir. An added extra and no additional charge.
Oh, all right then. Anything to keep you quiet.
Popcorn!
Dibbler's do-it-yourself banging grain. No refunds, no returns, no regrets. Feels like plain and simple corn to me. I suppose if I ever need a devious, slimy, utterly shameless Clickie director, I'll know where to come. Gosh, now that has to be a nested hint. Goodbye!
Popcorn!
Oh dear, the milkmaid. Big on blouse fillings and short on complex neurological pathways.
Boo-boo-be-doo, 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 boo-boo-be-doo. Oh, no, I just don't think this is working.
By the great beard of someone unusually well bearded. What happened to you? I thought you were a milkmaid.
I was a dairy products distribution agent, thank you. All that's behind me now. I'm a thespian.
I'm sorry.
An actress! A star of stage and screen! I'm starring in a new Clickie called Trolls Prefer Blondes.
Oh. And why do trolls prefer blondes?
Well, apparently I'm damn, what's that word for generic pop idol?
An icon?
No, icons grow on trees.
Those are acorns.
Really? I'm sure it wasn't acorns. Oh well then, maybe it was coconuts or melons then. I'm sure I heard it mentioned somewhere.
I think I'm beginning to get the idea.
Anyway, now I'm a famous pop coconut. It's ever so exciting.
So you're a Clickie star now, are you?
Yeah, isn't it fun? They said my assets and experience perfectly suited me to the job.
Experience? You were a bloody milkmaid.
So?
I fail to see what milk production has to do with qualities of screen charisma. Ah. Oh, forget I said that. What a lovely dress. Very, very glittery, wouldn't you say? Not that I'm hinting about clues or anything.
Glitter is what all this Clickie business is about.
Cool. Yet another empty-headed character. Nice glittery dress, though. Goodbye!
Popcorn!
Did I say the one about great greats yet? Oh, it looks much too firmly stuck down. Odium? What's an odium and why should I care? What, you want me to walk around carrying a big sign?
Popcorn!
Trolls prefer blondes. Why, do they go better with broccoli? Let's not play with the scenery. It may upset the space-time continuum. This one looks good. Attack of the 50-foot dwarf. Should go down a treat with the local trolls. I can't just steal a bunch of pixels, you know. Anyway, at this resolution, they're just too heavy. That leads to Ankh-Morpork. Where water meets land, although in this case it's hard to tell which is which. Funny, I'd swear this shop wasn't here before.
Wandering shop. No one knows why. But all the most truly mysterious and magical items are brought from shops that appear and, after a trading life even briefer than a double glazing company's, vanish like smoke. They can turn up wherever there's a suitable stretch of blank wall. But once there, they have always been there. Dust and grime and a general worn look instantly dispel any doubts in the minds of people who may have walked down that same street every day for a year without noticing it. There are 3 general theories to explain the phenomenon of wandering shops. 1. Many thousands of years ago, there evolved somewhere in the multiverse a race whose single talent was to buy cheap and sell dear. 2. They are the creation of a sympathetic fate, charged with the role of supplying exactly the right thing at the right time. 3. They are simply a very clever way of getting around the various Sunday closing acts. All these theories have 2 things in common. They explain the known facts, and they are completely and utterly wrong.
A stuffed flamingo. Yes, well, I'm not quite sure what it's doing in an adventure shop, but if you must have a flamingo, then I suppose this is as good a place as any in which to put it. Just what I've always wanted. I don't suppose I can have it then.
Why not? It's yours. You only had to ask.
A stuffed pink flamingo. Actually, they say flamingos turn pink due to eating pink shrimps. Since shrimps only go pink after they're boiled, I think the reason for our friend Birdie's demise is starting to become more and more apparent. What can I say? It's, well, stuffed, I suppose. One alligator, badly stuffed. Well, every magical shop has to have one, I suppose. That looks nice. Can I have it then?
Certainly not. It's not for sale.
Books. The perfect resting place for overfull coffee cups. I'll have to get a few more of those. A stuffed fish. I can't say I think this is the absolute best sales venue for preserved seagoing wildlife. Still, if today was the day I wanted to go into combined camping and weapons shop and purchase sea life, then this would certainly be my choice du jour. That looks nice. Can I have it then?
Certainly.
What? No mumbo-jumbo? No sudden insistence that I go on a special quest or anything?
What, me? Order a princess about? Whatever are you thinking?
A stuffed fish? Well, you'd be stuffed too if you'd had your innards replaced with old wool bits and cotton scraps. You better not poke it too hard, it might burst. Yuck. Frog-scented incense? Extra smoky? Frog-scented? In the middle of summer? These people are barbarians. That looks interesting. Could I possibly have it then?
Certainly.
Incense? Frog-scented. I could try rubbing 2 together. I could, but I won't. Candle. job nicely. Nope, can't reach them. I better ask her first anyway. An old woman. Well, I say old, but given the cruel abuses of this dingy level of technology, the possibilities of childhood malnutrition and debilitating diseases in later life, that gives a fair range, doesn't it? And even if she is old, I mean, old is a relative term. She's older to some people and younger to others.
Hey there, Your Highness. And aren't you a pretty little girl?
I'm not a little girl, I'm a powerful and dignified magician.
Why are you dressed up as a princess, then?
I most certainly am not.
You've got a tall, pointy hat. All princesses have tall, pointy hats.
Look, it's not...
And a dress. A tall, pointy hat and a dress. That's a princess in my book.
So how do you explain the beard then, eh? Eh?
I thought that was just probably your peasant blood, dear. A lot of men find a bit of hair sultry and attractive.
I wish a lot of women did. I can't really see that this shop serves any valid social purpose at all. It all seems like a total waste of resources.
Well, that's nice coming from a princess.
Look, for the last time, I am not a princess.
Okay, Your Highness.
Look, all joking apart, what are you selling?
Well, Your Highness, this here is an adventure shop. It has all the marvellous things people need when they decide that their main calling in life is to find a hole in the ground, collect some friends, and then go delving into the underground, armed only with swords, rope, 10-foot poles, halberds, 6 torches, and a flask of oil.
Good gracious. And is there actually much of a demand for this?
No, it's all collectible trading cards these days. Dim wick, the smothering. It's taken all the fun out of the business. I can't even shift magic items anymore.
Magic items? What, elven cloaks, magic swords, boots of speed, that kind of thing?
That's the stuff. We don't really stock the boots anymore, though. We did have boots of domination, but a female barbarian already bought up those. Anyway, do have a browse, Your Highness, and let me know if there's anything you want.
Candles? You do candles?
Yes, Your Royal Highness. I make them by hand. Well, I would make them by hand, but everyone just uses continual light spells these days. I don't really stock candles anymore. Those are just display models made out of plaster.
But you could make me some if you had the chance.
Oh, yes, love. I just need you to bring me the raw materials. Now, your grade A candle, that's made from dead whales. We used to use their nasal hairs, but these days a true pure white candle is made from spermaceti.
Where does that come from?
I never dared ask, love. Anyway, the next best thing is beeswax.
Beeswax, right.
We used to have a lovely bee milking parlour out the back. The bees insisted it was the only way to get the job done. Every evening, we'd round up the bees and settle them down in little chairs, give them all a newspaper, and let them wax away to their heart's content. Then someone pointed out that all we had to do was open up the hive and scoop out all the wax we want. The little buzzers had been having us on all along.
You just can't trust a bee, can you?
That's just what I always say, Your Royal Highness.
Oh, stop it. Excuse me, I think it's probably time for me to take my medicine. Jars. Yes, once again, a closer inspection does in fact reveal that they are jars. What's the matter? Don't you trust the written description? That looks nice. Can I have it then?
Certainly not. It's not for sale.
A strange machine. I don't know what it does, and I'm fairly certain I'll rest better tonight for never having known. Maybe it has something to do with this being called a wandering shop. I'm already lost, let's not make it worse. That leads to Ankh-Morpork.